We live in an era where success is measured by the applause of strangers, lost in the deafening noise of a world that never truly sleeps. Everywhere we look, the pressure to perform and be seen is overwhelming, turning our private lives into a public stage for constant and hollow validation from others. But amidst this chaos, there lies a forgotten power. It is the strength of the invisible, those who find their worth within rather than from the crowd. This man is not hiding from the world. He is preparing for it. He understands that true character is built in the silence of one's own company. In the morning of your life, you do not need a detailed map of every turn. You need a mental compass to navigate through the coming storms. A map tells you where others have been, but a compass tells you where you must go, regardless of the terrain or the weather that awaits you. Welcome to a journey of rediscovering your inner resilience. Today, we explore the 9 Stoic mindsets that allow you to win without the need for vanity. Let us strip away the noise and return to the wisdom of the giants who walked before us, finding power in the shadows of the past. Marcus Aurelius did not write his meditations for the world to cheer. He wrote them as a private reminder to remain virtuous amidst imperial palace intrigues. He was a king who ruled an empire, yet his greatest battles were fought within the confines of his own mind, seeking peace over public glory. Seneca faced his own death with the same unwavering composure he practiced throughout his life. He knew that philosophy was a tool for living, not talking. Empires rise and fall, and legends fade into the dust of history, but the principles of the Stoics remain as firm and relevant as ever today. They did not just theorize about strength, they forged it through the fire of daily discipline and the quiet practice of enduring the unendurable without complaint. This is not a philosophy for the weak or the boastful. It is a discipline of the soul, a way to move through life with purpose. A calm, steady voice will always carry more authority and power than 10,000 empty shouts from those seeking attention in the crowded town square. True power is silent. It is the ability to stand unmoved when the world is shaking, anchored by a set of values that no one can take. We begin our practice by building the inner character. These first 3 mindsets are the foundation of your fortress, the core of who you truly are. Mindset 1. Show up real, not performed. Stop acting for the audience of the world and start living according to the standards you set for yourself. When you stop trying to impress others, you reclaim the energy spent on the performance. Authenticity is the rarest and most powerful currency in existence today. Take a moment right now. Commit to your own truth. Type in the comments below, "I start today with intention." Let this be your first step. Mindset 2. The dichotomy of control. You must learn to distinguish between what is yours to change and what belongs to the unpredictable hands of fate. The opinions of others and the events of the world are the arrows that cannot penetrate the shield of a mind focused only on its will. If it is not within your control, it does not deserve your anxiety. Save your strength for the things you can actually influence through your actions. Mindset 3. Busy is often just a mask. We fill our schedules to avoid the discomfort of our own thoughts and the void of our purpose. Toxic productivity is a flight from the self. True progress is measured not by the number of tasks completed, but by the depth of your focus. Do less, but do it with more soul. Quality of character comes from the space you create for meaningful action rather than frantic, shallow movement. When you strip away the unnecessary, you find the essential. These 3 mindsets build a core that cannot be easily shaken by external pressures or trends. Character is what remains when you are no longer trying to be anything other than what you are. It is the solid ground of the soul. Awaken your inner observer. Watch how you react to the world and realize that you have the power to choose a different path than the crowd. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. And more importantly, when you have nothing to gain from the approval of others. By mastering these internal mindsets, you become a bridge over the chaos of modern life, steady and reliable for yourself and for those you lead. Now, we must learn to stand firm when the weather turns harsh. Let us move to the mindsets that help us endure and conquer every adversity. Mindset 4. Amor fati, or the love of fate. Do not just accept what happens, as if you had chosen it for yourself. When you stop fighting reality, you gain the power to use it. Every hardship is a fuel for your growth, a necessary part of your journey. A fire consumes everything thrown into it and grows stronger. Be that fire. Transform your obstacles into the very energy that drives you forward toward victory. Mindset 5. Stillness is your greatest weapon. In a world of instant reactions, the person who takes a moment to breathe is the one in control. Your power lies in the pause between a provocation and your response. In that silence, you find the freedom to act with wisdom and strategic intent. Silence is not a lack of strength. It is the ultimate expression of it. It shows that you are not ruled by your impulses or other people's words. Mindset 6. Premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Prepare your mind for the worst, so that nothing can truly surprise or break your spirit. By imagining the challenges ahead, you rob them of their power to shock you. You become the architect of your own stability in an unstable world. Fear grows in the unknown. When you look at the worst-case scenario and realize you can still survive, you become truly unstoppable and free from anxiety. Gichkang is not a wall. It is a weight to be lifted. It builds the muscles of the soul, making you stronger with every difficult repetition. The invisible warrior does not seek the path of least resistance. They seek the path that tests their limits and refines their inner character through struggle. True peace is not found in the absence of the storm, but in the center of it. It is the ability to remain calm while everything around falls. Resilience is the balance between toughness and grace. It is the ability to endure the hard winter while keeping the hope of spring alive in the heart. Every step taken in difficulty is a victory. The invisible path is paved with the quiet determination to keep moving when the world says stop. Having mastered endurance, we now look toward the ultimate freedom. These final 3 mindsets will liberate you from the last chains of external dependence. Mindset 7. The obstacle is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every barrier is an opportunity to practice a new virtue. If you are blocked, find a way around, over, or through. Use the very difficulty of the situation to develop patience, creativity, and indomitable courage. Mindset 8. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. This is not a dark thought, but a light that clarifies what truly matters in life. When you realize your time is limited, you stop wasting it on trivialities and the opinions of people who do not matter to your soul's journey. Live as if this were your last day, not in a reckless way, but with the intention to do your best and leave nothing important unsaid. Mindset 9. Silent self-respect. Do your work with excellence, then walk away without waiting for the applause. Your satisfaction comes from the work itself. Be like a diamond in the dark. It does not need a spotlight to be valuable. Its worth is inherent, forged deep beneath the surface of the earth. True freedom is the ability to say, I am enough. It is the liberation from the endless hunger for more recognition and more empty social status. These 9 mindsets are the keys to your inner prison. Once you use them, the world can no longer touch your fundamental sense of peace. From this height, you can see that the struggles of the world are small. Your perspective has shifted from the victim to the master of fate. The invisible warrior is the one who has mastered the self. They move through life with a quiet authority that others can feel but cannot explain. Your influence will grow not because you shout, but because you are a steady point of calm in a world that is constantly spinning out of control. Plant these seeds of thought in your mind today. With time and daily practice, they will grow into an unbreakable forest of inner strength and virtue. You are building a temple within yourself, a place of sanctuary and strength that no storm, no enemy, and no time can ever truly destroy. The night is over. The work of the invisible warrior continues in the light, but with a heart that remains anchored in the lessons of the darkness. Let us summarize these 9 pillars of Stoic power. They are your tools for a life lived with meaning, resilience, and an unshakable sense of self. Stoicism is not about being cold or emotionless. It is about being unshakable, finding a joy that doesn't depend on the whims of the external world. You now possess the mindsets of a winner who needs no trophy. Your victory is your character. Your reward is the peace that comes from virtue. True victory is won in silence. It is the result of thousands of small, invisible choices made when no one was there to cheer you on. Carry this strength with you as you step back into the world. You are a different person than when we began this journey 10 minutes ago. The world hasn't changed, but your perception of it has. And in the world of the Stoics, your perception is the only thing that truly matters. Be the mountain. Let the clouds of public opinion pass you by. Let the storms of fortune beat against you, and remain completely and utterly unmoved. Now it is your turn to speak. Write your commitment in the comments below. I choose resilience. I choose stillness. Let the world know your intent. Don't just watch this video. Live it. Start today by applying just one of these mindsets to a challenge you are currently facing in your life. The strength of the invisible is also the strength to be kind, to be patient, and to lead others by the silent example of your own life. Because the character of the invisible is like gold forged in the darkness. It is pure, it is heavy, and its value is beyond any measure. Thank you for listening. The journey to the center of your soul begins now. Go forth, and be the light that you have found within. May your mind be your fortress and your will be your guide. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent, and stay true to your path.